Hi, Aries. Welcome in to your reading for the month of December, the final reading of December, the third or fourth week, I want to say, which means I do have to sneak in a bonus somehow this month for you guys. All right, let us see what's going on. Spirit angel guides for my Aries, please. Third to fourth week. Why didn't I clean that before? By the way, we have another wonderful Mercury retrograde, and that's why it took a half hour for me just to open the laptop because they had issues. But I know Aries, you, Capricorn, and two other signs, I forget the other two, are going to be affected the most by this Mercury retrograde going into Capricorn season. For you, it's affecting your second house of your career and your job. So if you're getting setbacks at work or disruptions at work, it's happening to you for a reason. It's forcing you to reassess so you can grow, so you can expand, so you can basically get a promotion or move it along somewhere else that people deserve you. So if you're noticing like all these hiccups and issues and coworkers annoying you, that's why. So careful with your communication. It is in retrograde into the new year. So you don't want to do anything spontaneous or rash. So you've been forewarned. All right, let's start with your reading because this looks like good news. What is this? Three of Cups talks about celebrating some kind of good news. It could also talk about reconciliation. It can also talk about third party. We have no idea because it's only one card. But at the bottom of the deck, I have the Six of Swords, which tells me you are moving away from something or someone mentally. So this could be a bunch of things. This could be in regards to your family life, your work life, or even your love life. Can I have one more for the situation for Aries, please? Ending this bottom half of December, please. Hello. You're definitely celebrating something. What's this Ten of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles is marriage. It's commitment. It is a lot of money on your home. I don't know if some of you are getting a promotion. I don't know if you... That's the highest money card in the deck. So it's definitely raining some kind of money. If not, this is talking about third party in a marriage or a reconciliation or good news in commitment of some kind. Honestly, guys, my energy and my vibes are telling me that this is something to do with your financial independence and you celebrating some kind of good news. It can be with a commitment, and commitments are with your career, your job, your boss, your whatever. At the bottom of the deck, you have Nine of Pentacles. These are the two highest money cards in the deck. These two, 9, 10 Pentacles. This is being financially successful on your own. In the world of love and romance, the nines are talk about ourselves, but Nine of Pentacles typically reflects somebody who's single. So let's continue and see what's going on here because you definitely feeling your power now, or you will be very, very soon. Um, there you are, the Emperor behind that nine. What's coming towards my Aries, please? Five of... That couldn't have happened. So I'm going to shuffle one more time, Spirit. You got a Five of Swords for one. Let me see if there's one more card they want me to flip out. Can I have one more, or did you want to show me one more for Aries, please? Thank you. Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and there you also are with somebody that's a fire sign like you at the bottom of the deck. Somebody very, very creative. Somebody, that's fiery like you. Somebody attractive, passionate, all the things that you are. Also, it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Five of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Well, you're definitely in this new learning phase. You're definitely having some kind of bittersweet moment. You're going over something in your mind for sure. The Five of Swords talks about playing something over and over again in your head because swords typically denote something that's mental, cerebral, here, overthinking. Knowing, and as you see here, She's lifted the sword. She's going to cut somebody's head off. This is Alice in Wonderland deck. I like the analogies. And she's, off with your head, this queen. But there is something you are winning in return, something that has potential, which is this Page of Pentacles. So you see this rabbit? This rabbit's like, well, what can I do with this pentacle? What can I turn it into? And right now, I'm not shitting you, Aries. You guys are going to go through this friggin' phase where you're going to have the Midas touch. Literally, touch gold, woo, mine. I'm telling you. You might not feel it, you might not see it. That's because this retrograde is kind of putting you in that mode and forcing you to focus on this particular issue. And then you have this Two of Wands. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? Well, Alice is holding the wand of the future. She's going to go. She's just maybe not ready yet. Someone just needs to push her through the gateway, the portal, and she's there. So overall, when you're putting all these cards together, it looks like you're dealing with somebody that you're going over and over again in your head. There's potential for this individual, but you're ready to embark on the new path. Now, place that in your life wherever that may be. It can be with this person in love, even though you don't know where it's going. This person can also be another Aries like yourself, or just somebody very powerful, somebody that you're actually very attracted to. Work-wise, you might be going somewhere else where you're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole, but a lot higher in position than where you are now. All right, moving on. Let's see what you don't see coming your way. I find that hard to believe even for myself. And I hope that's true, but we'll see what happens when we clarify. Well, hello, lover. Whoa, so here we go. Here starts the fireworks. Lover and a King of Swords. King of Swords is Sagittarius? No, not sorry. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. They do not have to be an air sign. They just come off with the energy of an air sign, which means they're not going to scream the I love yous. They're not going to tell you how they feel. They're going to show it to you, but they're going to keep it inside. They have their own way. But for you, it's annoying because it's like cracking a code. It's like fucking Enigma. You're like, what do they feel? What do they want? They say one thing, but they act another. You get my drift. Anyway, but with lovers, you have a profound bond. You have a profound connection. But lovers is a choice. Are you a couple? Or are you just there for the time being? I read this interesting thing about lovers the other day, and it just made so much sense to me. When you have a lover in your life, it's like, are they a karmic? Or are they meant to be? Are you soulmates? What are you? Usually soulmates, you pick up like this. Because there is this like obsessive connection that it's almost like a drug. And I always feel that when I see lovers. So it's almost like this obsessive connection that you're going to have with somebody where the chemistry, the jive is just so there. But then there's parts of it that are toxic that you can't put your finger on. And that's the one thing that you got to figure out with lovers. But I am here to tell you it looks pretty positive. Because at the bottom of the deck, I see the Ten of Cups. I do see a little stalky doodle, like somebody's keeping their eye on the situation, trying to learn more info. So guys, I don't know if you have two people on the plate, but you're moving forward with the one. Let's continue and see. What's the advice here for Aries? String hanging there was annoying me. All right, so Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, wow, and the Knight of Cups. You have two knights here and a page. Flat out, these are all messages. And they're in your advice position. And here's an earth sign back here. You're only getting kings. I'm not even seeing queens. And you know me, guys. If you're my followers and you've been following me for a while, you're my queens, male or female. My kings are my incoming energy. I don't read that for personal readings. I just do it for YouTube because it's a large audience. I'm pretty sure Spirit knows how I read too. So it gives me the right cards I feel that are dealt for you and this reading. Now, with that said, why am I seeing all these kings? You have all this incoming energy. Like shit, when it rains, it's gonna frickin' pour. But in your advice, these are all messages. All of them. They're all messengers. It's just at what degree they send a message. Like a page is small. So it's like a text message. But a knight holding a cup, they're like, here are my feelings. Have a sip. So they come and they ask you out to talk on an emotional level. But the Knight of Wands, this is a frisky fucker. Comes in and he goes out. He has fun. It's very casual. It's very hot and it's steamy, and I'll see you when I see you. Now, all of these in your advice position talks about messaging. Messaging your person, delivering a message, receiving a message. We'll see when we clarify, but it's very closely tied to this person. Now, maybe you are dealing with somebody that you had ended a relationship that was an earth sign. Others of you, this just talks about somebody with stability. We'll see later when we clarify with the before and after. Let's see what the outcome is for the week. So we start with the Three of Cups and we end with the Three of Pentacles. Well, you're definitely collaborating here with somebody. And the card that you started with also ending with the Six of Swords. Why do I say these things to you guys sometimes? Like, oh, how you start is how you finish. That means I don't know if you're getting to a resolution in this week. I don't know how much is changing, but I can tell you certainly what's going on. The energies that are fluctuating throughout your week and all these things that you need food for thought. You're definitely going to be looking into your future and your horizon. There is some advice here in regards to messaging or receiving some kind of message. The issue of the week seems to be this lover with this air sign. And I suppose this is why you need to cut one out and keep one in. Because this card is a card of sacrificing. So this is probably what you're ruminating over in your mind. Because you obviously clearly think here with this Page of Pentacles, it's got potential. And then the Two of Wands is like, where do I see my future? Here you are collaborating here with somebody. I don't know if that's a third party situation or if you're just reworking or rehashing something out with someone from your recent past. Now, we're going to continue. Universe, angels, spirit guides, what do we have here before with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, please? Three of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Hierophant, guys, you know, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm doing mini tarot lessons, and maybe one day I will soon. But the Hierophant talks about doing something traditional, taking traditional measures, and it talks about institution, like marriages, like churches, like commitments, like college. Those are big fundamental institutions, and we take orthodox steps and orthodox measures to do something. So it mostly represents marriage and commitment, or a commitment to you and your career. But that's at the bottom of the deck. So on the table here is the Three of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups, which tells me before you were like, I really don't know what to choose or who to choose or what to do. What's best for me? I'm so blind. I don't know what's right. I don't know which cup to drink. Maybe this cup has shit. Maybe this cup has poison. Maybe this cup has love. Maybe that one has money. Don't know. All I know is that I started healing and I kept moving forward. Now, these are the feelings beforehand. So here this is what brings you to your present, which is why you also have another marriage or a commitment card here. And I'm looking at commitment at the bottom of the table. Let me see what the after. After, please, for Aries. Oh. Well, you wanted to definitely come out, buddy, huh? Shit. Ten of Swords. Body's cold, time to remove. And then I'm looking at Justice at the bottom of the deck. That's a divorce sometimes to me. If I'm looking at marriage, Ten of Swords, Justice, and the marriage card, that looks like a divorce. And maybe it's not you, maybe it's the person that you're dealing with, and that's their issue. And this is why I see either third party or reconciliation here. But this after it's like, okay, corpse is cold now. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And obviously it makes sense to me because in the next column, here you are looking out into your future. And that's why before at the bottom of the deck, if you remember, you can rewind if you like, we had the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Single to mingle, tasty as a Pringle. There you go. Let's see what this Two of Wands, Five of Swords, and Page of Pentacles, please, before. These decks are so cool. I really, really love them. Okay. You know how I just got done telling you Ten of Swords, body's cold, time to remove it? You get up and you go. You realize. You realize it's ended. You realize it's over. So you are. See, this is the situation you're in now. You're about to make those moves post whatever post mortem. Let's put it that way. All right. So there you are. And look how interesting they are, because this is the after tarot and this is the before tarot. And it's going in succession as it should. Along with the Three of Wands, you're like, okay, I'll go now. I don't really have a choice, but I'll also sit here and wait. Maybe you're not doing it intentionally. Maybe you're not doing it on purpose. But somewhere in your subconscious, there's a piece of you that's waiting. And you know what else is kind of interesting with this before cards? Because that's what's leading you here to be in this position where you're trying to make a sacrifice and you're looking into your future and looking at what has potential. I find it interesting when I see this like eagle here. What did they do with eagles back in the day? Did they not send them as messengers? The advice. 10, the Queen of Wands, sorry, 10, I gotta get the 10 out of my head. Ugh. Anyway, the Queen of Wands is you. Okay, babies, you finally are appearing here as yourselves, you know, and you're like, I'm coming back into my own. I'm harnessing my energy. I'm remembering what it was like before the pain. And where I remember that I used to, you know, laugh, that I used to go out with friends and do things. You're somewhere there. You're in that middle of the road kind of place. You're at this position now where you're getting up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. Problem is, it's some of you are going to be emotionally guarded, but you're sitting here saying to yourselves also, like, look, you know, I let my guard down and the fucking wolf came through, ate me alive. See what happens every time I put my guard down? I get hurt. That might not necessarily be the reason. Sure, maybe you are dealing with a narcissist, maybe a gaslighter, maybe some douchebag, who the hell knows? And maybe they were a wolf in sheep's clothing and they got the best of you. But look at you. You're about to put the wand back up. And I think you're going to start learning how to discern the difference between what's right and what's wrong for you, and if a person is full of shit or they're not. After, please. Ooh, what is it with these Ten of Pentacles? I think you're going towards something. For a lot of you, if this is financially inclined, you're definitely making your mark, for sure. You're building something, definitely an equity of some kind. And the equity can be in a building, property, projects, yourself even, or even a relationship. But the Ten of Pentacles does talk about marriage also. If not, it talks about money on your home. But at the bottom of the deck, it looks like something you're giving up on or not fighting for, or just letting it be. Be however it's to be. Continuing. Let's see what this Lover is here for, and the King of Swords. Is this too many? No. Wonderful. I love it. It's perfect. Okay, so you're slowly building up to this place where you're dealing here with this Lover. You're gonna eventually put your cards on the table. Remember that little eagle I was talking about? What do you do with eagles? You're sitting there waiting. I feel like a lot of you must have sent some kind of message and now you're waiting for the feedback, to be honest with you. So you put your cards on the table. I think you're trying to leave no stone unturned, and good for you because you deserve answers. Really, you should. Um, you feel like you might be coming in from out of the cold with somebody. Your heart chakra is definitely opening up now. You're going from the fire you to a water you, where you're feeling here and you're letting your heart chakra open up and be here somewhere loving. Let's see what after says. After, please. For Aries. You're working on yourselves for sure, guys, but here's what I find interesting. As you level up and you start considering yourselves a little bit more, and this person that you have some lover with, a partnership, and partnership can be in business, you're putting effort, or you will be. You're really going to put the hard work and effort behind the situation. I don't, on Netflix, there's this new show, Living with the Walter Boys or something like that. And it's like teenage love, but it's interesting. It's like one boy who was in love with another boy, and the other boy was telling him, "Oh, you just came on too strong. It was just too much." And then, the other boy who was very confident in himself, and I'm just saying this to you because it reminds me of this card, the water sign people. I was being honest with you how I feel. If you can't manage that and you can't handle my feelings, then that says more something about you than it does about me. And if that's a problem for you, then you're right. We're not meant to be. So they go their own separate ways. 2 days later, of course, the guy starts like chasing after him because the person was honest. Ace of Swords. Put their cards on the table. Got their results, got their answers. Sure, it could have gone a different way, but for you, look what you're doing. You're moving away from something else because even though you invested time and energy over here, you want to plant your seeds over there. And over there, you want to produce a new harvest and a new path and a new journey with that person or that situation. Interesting. So let's go to the advice and see what's going on over there. Tell me what's up here with these Knights, please, and the Page of Cups. Ooh, 2 major arcana with the messengers. See, you already produced something in this world, whether it's a family with somebody, kids, or, your business or this relationship. You already know that where you stand, your worth and your value. You know this now. I don't even have to tell you this shit. You know it very well. The star, which is also an Aquarius card, this is Taurus, tells you that you're hopeful and positive. All right? So for whatever reason, you're feeling this way in regards with these messages that are meant to go out. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you're feeling lucky, not lucky, but hopeful. And you're feeling yourself, like you're feeling yourselves. You're like, yeah, damn it. You're feeling like that, the Walter boy. All right, let's see after. You know what it's making me feel like? I just heard in my head when I was looking at the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands came out again. You really got nothing to lose. This relationship, well, what was it giving it to you before? Peanuts? Breadcrumbs? Because that's what's at the bottom of the deck. And that's probably what caused the collapse. And if it hasn't, it will. And when it does, then your new opportunity comes in. Ace Pentacles. Trust when I say, if I'm seeing justice at the back there, it's not just divorce. It talks about karma correction. It talks about balancing the scales. What was wrong will now be right for all parties involved, regardless who's right or wrong. The party that's wrong will get their fair share in the situation. So you know what party you belong to. Now, with that said, in your advice overall, I'm sitting here looking at 2 Knight of Wands. You really cannot rush something. Also, is what it's saying. But you also have nothing to lose. Just be a little tactful. Come from a place of your heart. If you're thinking about sending out a message, you might have to pull yourself away from the situation to see it clearly. Like, look at it from a different perspective. Shift your paradigm, as we would normally say. How do you perceive the situation? Best ways to not be flaky about it. Remove yourself from the situation. Look at it. Don't rush. Don't rush to judgment. Don't rush to say something. Don't be impulsive. You can fuck yourself up. Seriously, that's at work or in a love relationship. So careful with that. Walk away. Take a breath. Walk away. Take a breath and look at it from a different perspective. Do not be impulsive on a situation. Really consider if what you're getting from somebody fills your cups. And if it doesn't, you got to walk away. Really walk away. Hangman, take a beat. Pause. Look at it from a different perspective. What are you getting out of this? This is your advice. I don't know if you sent messages and you're not getting what you want to hear in return. That is also a fucking answer, Aries. What is the Three of Pentacles before? Oh, King of Pentacles. So I see that somebody that you were dealing with before, King of Pentacles, Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, doesn't have to be, can be somebody that you did have a commitment with, because I see Hierophant back here. I also feel like this person, if they don't have to be an Earth sign, they're just somebody very grounded or somebody that was stable for you in your life at some point, comes back, because they definitely left. I mean, how are you going to come back if you never left in the first place? And sorry, but there are Ten of Swords there. So this person, for I guess during your week, while you're dealing with a lover, they come back. Third party. They're a third party to you because maybe they're one of your options. Okay, after. Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely collaborating here with somebody. Remember the story I told you about lovers? I just want you to be careful, okay? Because, like I said, it can be very obsessive. It can be codependency. It can be you're sticking it through with somebody because you believe that, you know, you're the and be all and end all. But I see the devil back here. So just be careful. If somebody can't take care of themselves or do their work and show up for you or come in correct, it's a waste of your time. And your time is fucking precious because somebody else wants it from you too that deserves it. But I digress. Somebody here is trying to work with you. There is communication going back and forth. There is action taking place. I just don't like the devil at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if somebody's playing games with you. And I hope to God that's not the case. So be aware. And I'm sure you can assess for yourselves, guys. That's maybe why I was looking at that like a wolf trying to come back through your boundaries. Because I think you have potential here with somebody that it can be very successful. Even though you're afraid, you don't know where it's going to go. All right. Romance angels, what say you? Reconciliation. Well, I think they agree with me. Because Three Cups is the first card that came out of the gate. All right, for the extended reading, you know we're going to deep dive on this. We're going to just layer over with tarot and reconciliation, get more details. Fun, fun, fun. We find out what's going on with your person, what's in their head. What are they thinking? What are they doing? What are they feeling? What are they intending? And action planning for you. All right, Shadow and Light Oracle. Let's tie this reading up for my beautiful Aries and tell me what's going on here. Oh, passion and purpose. What's that? Can't wait to read that. I'm like nosy. It's like your life, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? All right, passion and purpose. Passion and purpose are deeply connected. Your purpose is what drives you forward, and your motivation is your fuel to your engine. But if you're being asked, what is your purpose in life? You might find that it a bit difficult to answer right away. It is something we rarely reflect over, we just do it. If you are instead asked, what are you passionate about? This is more likely to light up a fire inside of you and you know the answer right away. Well, duh, you're a fire sign. By identifying your passions, you will most likely find the answer to what your purpose is somewhere behind it. Look within and see what you will find. Place a hand over your heart and ask yourself what truly makes you happy. In what scenario does time fly and what makes you forget about all the stress you might have? We often go about our lives without reflecting too much on what we're doing and, more importantly, why we're doing it. This card is an indication for you to search within yourself, to single out what you are passionate about, what drives you forward, and what motivates you to do different things. It's an indication for you to revert to your purpose by focusing on what you love and care most about. Try and connect with your inner passion and then see how you can use this in your life to create meaning for others. And in return it will help you to feel what your true purpose is. Without sharing your passion and skills with others, it's only a joy and a passion. But by giving to the world, you create the purpose. I love that. I'm going to read that again for myself. All right, guys. This is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, leave me your comments down below. Thank you to my donators. I'm going to start posting you guys on my Instagram, by the way, donators, because that's my big way of saying big ups and thank you. If that's something you don't want, obviously tell me in the comments down below. Everybody else, thank you, thank you. I will see my members at the extended link down below and next week. Bye bye, guys.